But now thinking long term, because we even spoke about a digital way of keeping your
Right,
receipts, right? So now you're thinking about taking pictures of your receipts, and if you're this organized, you can have 2017 or 2018, and then inside of that you can break it down into months. Another
Right.
folder and a subfolder and subfolder and subfolder. So you're talking about these envelopes, but these photographs of the receipts inside of these folders on your hard drive that can then be stored on the cloud
Right.
is just another way of filing and keeping track of your receipts. Understanding your cash flow is one of the most important things that you can do as an independent contractor. In my industry and in my field for 17 years, I had to learn the hard way. And one of the things that I did was sit down with a specialist. That person for me was Bobby Grant. And today we're going to talk about 10 budgeting tips for independent contractors. Here we are. 10 budgeting tips for independent contractors. Tip number 6 is to reconcile your bank accounts.
Yes.
Right. And I was chuckling about reconciling because it took me to a place. It took me to a place, a personal place. Okay. I told you my wife is a CPA.
Right.
All right. So she would use this term all the time. Reconcile. It doesn't reconcile. What does reconcile mean? I don't understand. Like, I didn't take those classes. What do you mean? So it became intimidating and confusing for me. So let's break this down. What does it mean to reconcile your bank account, and why is that important?
It's just simply matching. I mean, that's just the simplest way I could say it is matching. You're taking your bank statement and you're matching your receipts, your spending, with what's at the bank. And it's really important because there is so much fraudulent activity out there and people hacking into when you're using your debit card, that a good way to track it is if you're going through and you're looking at your bank statement and your receipts and matching it up on a weekly basis. If somebody's in your bank account, you're going to catch it before it gets too far out of hand, right? So it's real important. I think that's probably one of the most important things. A lot of people will say I've got checks left in my checkbook, so I've got to have money there. Well, if you're not reconciling or matching up what you've spent and what's showing up in the bank account, you may have checks, but there may not be any money in there.
Right. And then what can happen, because we were also talking about accruing funds or setting money aside.
Right.
So now if you're not reconciling or keeping an accurate balance of what money is going out, the money that you're holding can be affected.
Yes.
Right?
Right. You don't want to spend some of that money that you're holding back to pay your car insurance.
So
instance.
would you say that a good way to also help balance that is to have a separate account for that accrued money, whether it be a checking account or a savings account? Would that work?
Absolutely. I would highly recommend that. We personally have that. It's called our accumulated funds account, and we take our money that we, like personal homeowners association that's due quarterly. We have a car insurance which is due semi-annually. We also have money in there that when we're planning for a trip, we will take a little bit out each payday and put it into that account too. So it's not in our account that we pay our regular standard monthly bills, but it's in an account that we can pay those irregular bills or that we have our emergency fund in.
Right, and I guess you can also use that fund for some of those long-term financial goals.
Right.
Right, if you're looking to buy a house or looking to buy a new car or anything, a big family trip purchase, you set that money aside into a separate account so that it's not touched with your regular bills or spending.
And kind of to take it into your realm, if there is some new equipment that you may need.
Thank you. Yes.
Or that you may want, maybe not a necessity, but yours is getting a little worn, you start putting money aside in this accumulated funds account.
Yes.
And then when you get that much money in there that you can actually go buy it, it's like, yay!
Yeah, and I'm thinking about, as a video projectionist, I love these little lasers, these laser levels that we have, and they can be expensive. To get a good one is expensive. I could just go out there and buy it, but maybe I should probably just save up for it, plan for it, set money aside, pull from that savings, right? Keep track of my receipts, reconcile. All of that flows, all of that makes sense. It all comes together, right? But so now we're moving into a budget. We're basically talking about a budget and planning and getting comfortable with living by a budget.
Yes.
but we're not going to talk about that.
Nope.
Why?
Not yet.
Why not? We're not there yet. That's tip number 7. We're all on this journey together, just at different places. And our desire and our mission at Clemco AV is to help you to project the best image possible. Like these videos, subscribe to these videos, and you will be informed whenever we put something new out. Thanks again.